In this video, we will be introducing the topic of 3D printing and talking about how it affects international logistics. So for our first topic, what exactly is 3D printing? According to OxfordDictionaries.com, 3D printing is the action or process of making a physical object from a three-dimensional digital model, typically by laying down many thin layers of material in succession. 3D printing is done by using a 3D printer to build a variety of objects that could be used by businesses or even by consumers. Lead times also vanish because the object is printed in-house or by the consumer immediately. Now, let's switch topics to about how 3D printing affects international transportation. There are several benefits to using 3D printing. Some of them are a decrease in transportation costs, lead times nearly vanish, inventory levels decrease, and total landed cost decreases significantly. So, how would transportation costs decrease? Transportation costs would decrease because the only transportation costs would be from the delivery of printing materials to the company, and from the company delivering the final products to retailers and or consumers.
Lead times would also be affected by the involvement of 3D printing. Imagine you're shipping something from overseas. What is the average lead time? Days, weeks, months? 3D printing your products can cut that lead time all the way down to mere hours. So in summary, benefits from integrating 3D printing include a significant decrease in lead times and costs, whether it be transportation or inventory costs, and revenues will increase for the company due to the decreased costs and transportation times. Imagine if you are located in the US and you are a company that has always ordered from overseas. You have always had to order more than you need at a time to keep from stocking out. But with 3D printing, you can keep your inventory levels lower because instead of ordering your products, you can print them. So how does economies of scale correlate with 3D printing? It doesn't. 3D printing does not have economies of scale because the cost never changes. Whether you're 3D printing 1 or 1,000 products, the cost per unit will stay the same.
While 3D printing does not benefit from economies of scale, it does have certain benefits. One is that it is easier to produce a rare or odd piece that is needed. The other is that it allows for the printing of a single unit of a product without extra cost for producing only the one unit.
So now we know how 3D printing affects international transportation on the business side, but how does it affect it on the side of the consumer? Within the past decade, consumers have evolved from being okay with receiving the products a week or two after they order it to now expecting free 2-day shipping. Now with 3D printing, consumers can have certain products in just hours. Consumers' expectations could increase and make it even harder for companies to deliver products when the consumers want them.
Consumers are hard enough to please, but there are also potential laws and regulations that could follow the adaptation of 3D printing. Inventory now becomes intellectual property that someone else designed and created, but you want to take credit. This is illegal, and the laws for 3D printing are closely related. Most of these laws apply when someone is wanting to print items for sale, but there are some exceptions for when people want to print for personal use. So, let's talk about a potential problem that could come with the continual adaptation of 3D printing. First, how should piracy be addressed? Piracy has always been a problem with digital files. Music and movies have been illegally downloaded for ages, but essentially, these same people could illegally download physical products. There are potential solutions, like increasing law enforcement over the digital sector, or following the music industry and charging a subscription for a site where print files could be located in a library. 3D printing could greatly affect international transportation from the business and consumer sides. Laws and regulations must be established to maintain the integrity of this new manufacturing process, and potential problems have presented themselves, but solutions are already on track.
Created using Powtoon.